These apprentices, we getting apprentices now. A lot of them, they butt hurt all the time. They don't like the way the foreman talks to them or the men talk to them, or they don't need to come at me like this. They want you to ask them to do everything, be polite. That's not the way the shit works. I tell them, I said, look here. These damn guys they're not trying to just give you a hard time. They're not trying to piss you off. They're gonna treat you like your daddy should have treated you. What they're trying to do is make you man up. If you talk to some of these older iron workers that went through their apprenticeship, they'll tell you, hey, I have a lot of respect for my journeyman when I first got in. He said they give me a rash of shit, but they made me man up. Now, you iron workers, we have the reputation of being the original bad boys of construction. You got to earn that. You got to think a little bit outside the box. But having feelings and going to HR ain't the way to do it. The way to do it, these guys, what they're going to do is they're going to push you to the point where you finally tell them to kiss your ass and get in there, take initiative. If they're doing something, you don't know what the hell they're doing, get your ass in there and try to figure out what they're doing. Ask them some damn questions. Don't be a little bit of them. Don't suck their ass now. Just get in there and try to figure out what they're doing and how you can help them. And that's the biggest thing. They're not sending you after bullshit, sky hooks and beam stretchers and shit just to piss you off. They're teaching you some valuable lessons. The lessons you should have learned when you were growing up, the lessons you should have learned from your high school coach and all. But nowadays, everybody gets a trophy whether they damn deserve it or not. They get one because they participated. What you need to do is you need to appreciate what they're doing, because they're going to damn treat you like shit until they get you to man up.
That's absolutely right. So basically what he's saying is don't be a gang box mouse. Don't sit around the gang box and just suck the boss's ass and try and stuff your head into his ass like a tunnel in a fucking gerbil cage. Okay? Go ask your journeyman. Go ask everybody. Something else that always has agitated me, and even when I was an apprentice at 59 years old, it seemed like, it would agitate me because I would do it, and another apprentice would be like, well, why do you go ask everybody on the crew if they need something? Or the crew next to you? Because the fucking tool room's a mile away. I'm going down there to get a fucking compass or something stupid. I'm going down to get one thing. I got two hands, and they got tool bags. I could literally fill a fucking gang box, go to the riggers out front, rig the whole gang box, and I could bring back enough shit for 2 crews in an hour if I had to.
And that's the thing.
Just don't go for you.
Take some damn initiative. Show them that you've got the want to. And they will help you every way they can. And these guys that man, I want to knock him in the fucking mouth. I'm sick of his damn shit. Well, what you don't realize, I'll get all worried and you go to a bar and somebody's screwing with you. These are the guys that are going to have your back. As much shit as they give you, they will have your back.
Especially if you're on the road and you're all alone, all by yourself. But you'll need your brothers on the road, especially. It don't matter whether they're pipe heads or iron heads or whatever they are. If they're around, they're around. And, they ain't going to let the local fucking rodeo star kick your ass too bad. It all depends on what you did. How cute he was in his tight jeans, I guess, or something. But fucking, we got extras. We got extras in the building.
And a bartender.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking, we got a live audience now on cell phones in the room. Other people are getting to watch live, I guess. I don't know how the fuck it's working.
Bring 2.
The other thing I wanted to talk about is one time I had a problem at the job site. And Marty's going to clear all this up and tell you the rules and how it works. But one of the other iron workers who sat across from me, I always sat with the iron workers too, so everybody fucking don't be getting butt hurt. Because I could hang out and talk shit and nobody went to HR when I was sitting with them. So I'm telling the guy across from me who's a foreman that I'm having trouble, and we had just got a brand new job steward who was fresh topped out. He'd only been topped out maybe 1.5 years, 2 years. And I went to Marty and I was like, man, this is what's going on. And Marty's like, fuck that, they can't do that. They can't, oh, thank you, beer assistant. They can't talk to you like that. They can't do that. They can't do this. And I was like, well, what the fuck am I going to do? You know, you see my job steward, you know who he is. The fuck am I gonna do? He's like, tell him you want me to go in. And I didn't even know that was possible until that day. I didn't know that I could go to the ironworker steward and have him go into the office with me. So how the fuck does that work, Marty?
I'm not sure how it works, but it works for me. Because I've been up there to that office for carpenters, painters, ironworkers for another contractor, and they've never given me any shit about it. I go in there and tell them what the hell's going on, and they handle it.
So okay, that's how that works.
We're all union brothers. I don't know if the hall would ever back me on that, but I've gone in there for every damn craft just about out there, and they've never damn kicked on it.
So there you go. If you're ever really butt fucked at work, and you do have a really good steward that's somewhere, maybe even go get that steward and your steward, especially if he's a newer, young steward, probably help a lot, because that guy's going to get to learn 18 years of being a steward. That he's not going to get. There's no class for that.
Now
There's no class.
I ain't been a steward for 18 years.
Well, but 18 years on the road. I mean, on the job, right?
The first time they let me be a steward, you're gonna like this. I was working for Player Construction.
I'd love to have a shirt.
There was 4 of us, 4 iron workers.
Player Construction. You hear that? Any assholes out there that know anybody from Player Construction? I want a fucking T-shirt.
Well, they
if they're still around.
There was 4 iron workers and 2 non-union carpenters on that job. That was it. That was everybody they had, except for their little management dude. So it came raining one. We had 100 guards to make for some machinery, and it started raining. So they rained the iron workers out. This is on like a Thursday morning. So we came in Monday morning. We said, "What do y'all want? What y'all got on your mind for us to do today?" And they said, "Well, y'all go ahead and finish those guards." And we said, "Well, hell, we ain't started the guards." They said, "Oh, we let them 2 carpenters stay, and they built the frames for them. All y'all got to do is put the mesh in and go and install them." So we walked out there and we looked at it. And a good friend of mine was foreman. He said, "Stu, what do you think about this shit?" And they had notched the angle irons and bent them, and it looked like hammer dog shit, and tacked them together. And he said, "Weld them out. Fix them." I looked at the other 2 iron workers. I said, "Y'all hook up them 2 torches." We cut all that shit up into 1 foot pieces and throw it in a skip pan. I told them to do it, and I went in there and I told the damn superintendent. I said, "Hey, we need another truckload of angle iron to build these frames with." He said, "Oh, the frames are already tacked together. All you got to do is weld them out." I said, "Well, they weren't right, so we cut them up. We throw them away." He said, "Bullshit." I said, "Go your ass out there and look." He looked over that skip pan and he said, "The fuck is wrong with you?" I said, "Well, hey, rain us out and let somebody else do our damn work again." Well, they went and got more angle iron. We built the frames and we put them in. And when I got to the hall, our assistant BA cussed me out and told me, "You can't do that." I said, "Well, I did, and I got away with it."
It's always better when you get away with shit anyway. It's always better to ask for forgiveness later. I've always
But you know what?
come up with.
They never rained us out again if we had work.
Yeah, all of a sudden you guys were building the fucking guards in the shop.
But I was told I'd never be a job steward again, and I wasn't for probably 15 years, and here I am again.
Yeah, and you're, I don't know, we can't probably talk about that either. But a lot of you guys know Marty. I talked to about 5 or 6 guys today at lunch with my kids, and they're on the job with Marty, and they're pipe hands, and they signed some paperwork and stuff and whatever. That I believe pretty much Marty is the one that's helping to stand for everybody, as far as I know. Nobody said anybody else's name.
Yeah, we're writing a grievance right now for just some bullshit rules.
Some communism, basically.
Well, the biggest rule is that if a supervisor don't like you, he can say you did something wrong, and he doesn't need a witness. He can just damn say you did it, and you're screwed. So we're not going to take it.
So there's a job steward who's not only standing up for journeymen, but especially most apprentices, because as an apprentice you're really screwed. I don't know how it is at y'all's hall, but at the 150, if you get fired, they bust you back. You know, you might get fired because they told you to do something that's not your job or whatever. Or the guy just don't like you. He just finds enough bullshit, petty bullshit, and writes you up enough times, they'll let him wax you. And then you go back to the hall and Merry Christmas. You just got 3 more months tacked onto your sentence for the first one, and then maybe it's 6 months after that. And then if it's a third one or if it's a violent, they throw them out of our hall. Is that how it works for y'all too?
No, because it depends on the circumstances. But if we have an apprentice that we know is fixing to get fired, if we know that it's not really his fault, we will try to work it where they can drag up rather than be fired.
See, we're not allowed to drag either.
Now, if our apprentices aren't allowed to drag, but we have made exceptions for that, especially when it's not their fault. But the biggest thing is we try to fix the damn problem before it gets to that point. Now, and there's some people you can't help
I'm one of
because
those people.
whatever you do to try to help them, they are gonna goddamn fight you tooth and nail. Like we had a journeyman. He threatened to slap 2 or 3 people. He had a damn problem with everybody. He was a hothead, and he would throw temper tantrums.
The one with the grinder?
No,
Different.
ones. And I tried to talk to him. He cussed me for every son of a bitch in the world one day. I mean, foaming at the mouth, cussing me out. And when they finally fired him, I was up there with him when they fired him. And they fired him at about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's when we got off at 5. And he rode in with somebody, and, well, at quitting time, they left. So he said, well, my ride's already left, so I don't know what I'm going to do. They said, we're going to have somebody drop you off at the gate, and from there on, you're on your own. And I said, no, you ain't going to do that. Even though he cussed me for every son of a bitch in the world, I went 20 miles out of my way to give that boy a ride home. Because I wasn't going to let him drop him off at the gate and let him try to figure out, walk from the gate to Jackson and then try to get on the phone and try to find somebody to come give him a ride. Now, he had issues. I think he's worked through them issues. I hope he has. I know he's still an iron worker, and
There's a bonus.
And I think he's doing good for himself now, and I'm proud of him. But like I tell these guys, somebody says something that offends you or pisses you off, don't take it to heart. Because if you know me and you know my general foreman, we cuss each other out probably once or twice a week. But you know what? On the job, that's one thing. But after work, me and that man can stop. We can drink a beer together and we'll laugh about it. You don't take it personal. Iron workers are notorious for saying what the fuck they think, right? Whatever pops in their head, just like that, it comes out of their mouth. I'm the world's worst. But
I thought my mom just said that's because I was an idiot with no filter. I didn't know. I guess I should have been an iron worker. Fuck.
At the end of the day, all that shit's gone. You don't hold a grudge. You don't goddamn get mad. You don't want to fight. Stop. You have a beer together. You laugh about it. The next day, see what happens. You can't take it personal. If you have feelings, you need to lock them in the trunk of your car or throw them in the damn first skip pan you come by, because they will not work on a job site. Not with iron workers. Hell, a lot of pipe fitters the same way. A couple of millwrights I know. Good guys.
Basically, leave your feelings on your fucking dresser in the morning, and don't worry about picking them the fuck up until you get back home. When you get back around your kids and your old lady, it's time to act like a normal human. When you're on a job site, it's okay not to have feelings and not to get butthurt every 12 fucking seconds. He told me this. They ain't got my fucking paperwork ready. They want it done by Friday. Fucking calm down. It's a nuke site, kid. They ain't finishing shit by Friday. There ain't a fucking date that's ever been hit on none of them around here that I know of.
And just remember, every day you work construction, you work yourself out of a job. Construction does not have any permanent jobs, so this shit about, oh, I just got a permanent position. No, you didn't. You got a construction job.
Yeah.
As soon as that damn job's finished, your ass is going somewhere else.
So all the younger foremans out there, remember that. Especially when you treat your own hands bad, especially the apprentices. Some of them were telling me about it today. And especially some of the guys that are doing it to them, that I was a brother with and sat next to in class. It's fucking downright disgusting.
One of the first foremans I ever had when I got in ironwork, about 4 years ago, ended up working in my crew. Now, he treated me good, I treated him good. But you never know where somebody's going, especially these young apprentices. One day, if you treat them like shit, like when you're an apprentice and you top out, and you treat other apprentices like shit, and you really, really just come hammer down on them, one day you may actually be working for him.
Yeah, you'll be working for him. So guess who's in the ditch with the fucking sludge pump? Have a good time with that. Oh, and some other apprentice will be the welder, probably. So that'll be really cute for you. You're the only one that's muddy out of the whole fucking crew. But that does go both ways, and the same as if you ever get lucky enough to stumble into one of them white hat air conditioned jobs, don't count on that shit lasting forever, because usually they hire the union guy and our craft hand, and you'll be the first one they all point at in that little room, and they'll wax you real quick, because you're not part of them. You're not part of their little college crew or whatever the hell. Daddy's a millionaire that owns a construction company and got him a job.
Pretty much.
Yeah. For all the other workers out there, I really appreciate you guys, and that's why it was important to do this video with Marty, especially first. The first hand video interview, fuck off, whatever we're doing. I guess.
Drinking beer.
Drinking cold beer. So that way you're not drinking by yourself. We got car alarms. We're on the,
that's some of it.
We're in the north side of the hood.
That some of it goes off about once once a week, maybe twice a month at least.
Yeah. Don't worry. It's only the alarm to the police station. It's not a problem. It's okay. There's only a couple escapees. Maybe one's cute. She might have had a DWI or something.
I hope she's in for domestic violence.
Yeah, domestic violence.
I got an ex-wife needs her ass whipped.
So, how exactly did you become an iron worker? You just woke up one day and said, fuck it, I'm going to go do that.
I was actually started out as an electrician. And I'm married into the iron workers. I'm married into an iron worker family. The dad was an iron worker. The son was an iron worker. And I married into her, and I was doing electrical work, and times got kind of hard, and they needed some hands, and hell, I went and tried her out.
Was that here local, 709?
Yeah.
09?
It was here, it was 709, and I'd been there probably about 6 months, and they asked me that I want to join the union, some of the other hands, and I told them, I don't know, let me think about it. And about 3 months later, they asked me again. I said, I don't know, let me think about it. And the next time they asked me, I said, hell yeah, let me do this.
So that was back, you were still a helper? Did y'all have helpers back then? Is that what you were?
No, we didn't have, I hired in as a damn probationary journeyman. Well, back then they had White's tickets. Just, anybody off the street that actually could handle the work, they'd let them work white slip. And I worked white slip for probably about a year, a little over a year. And they asked me to join, and I joined. And hell, I ain't damn skipped a beat since. And I worked all over this country.
What was your favorite job on the road that you can remember? And you don't have to, incriminate yourself, because Crystal is out here. Well, this one time in Vegas, she was a cute little Mexican midget. Tequila. We were in a camper.
She wasn't a midget, but we were in Vegas.
I don't even know about this story yet, so we're all about to find out at the same time. I was just making fucking jokes.
There was a complex they called Manhattan West in Vegas, and I was running a stair rail crew out there because I'd been out there a while, and they come and asked me if I'd take a foreman job, and I said no, I'm a boomer. They said, well, we really need you to do this. I said, well, you make it all right with these men, you make it all right with the steward, and you make it all right with the hall, and I'll do it. So anyway, the BA come out there and said, hey, we don't have a problem with it.
If you use it ain't iron workers, boomer means traveling. And yeah, when you're traveling, don't take the fucking radio unless everybody says it's okay.
Yeah,
I'm talking about every motherfucker there, because somebody will backstab you.
Yeah, if you're a boomer, you don't take a foreman job out on the road. You don't step on the local men. And now they all agree to it, then more power to you. But we run that stairwell crew, and now there was a lot of Mexicans there doing the labor work and the carpenter work, And hell, everybody in my crew spoke English except for I had this one half Apache, half Mexican, and he could not take his fire water. I promise you. Yeah, tequila. It affected the Indian side of him, not the Mexican side. But he was the only one that spoke Spanish. He was my translator. So he took off to go get something. And these two girls come walking up that stairwell. We're finishing up the handrail in. And one of them just stopped and looked at me, and she rattled off something. The other one started grinning and giggling, and they took off up the stairs. So I was telling him about it. He said, well, what did they say? I said, hell, I don't know. I don't speak Spanish. So we're in there working, and directly, here they come again. I said, that's the one right there. I don't know what she said, but I would like to know what she said. So he stopped and started talking to him. And he said, I'm trying to think of a translation. I said, well, what's the translation? He said, you've got godlike eyes. I said, do what? And he said, no, that's not it. He said, you got precious eyes. I said, well, tell her I think she's got precious thighs. So the first 3 dates we had the double date with the girl that she was with and my buddy, because he had to translate for us.
Oh, that would make for a great joke right there, because you'd need somebody to translate while you're hitting that shit in the hotel. What's she saying? Faster? Slow? What the fuck is that? What?
No, we didn't have a translator for that part of it.
Hi, Poppy. I know what that means. Okay, good job. So, how many states have you hit?
Probably about 30.
That's fucking doing progress. 18 years. That's 2 states a year. Plus all the time you spend at home. That ain't too shitty. What's been your favorite job?
Probably.
Or your favorite crew? How about that? What was your favorite crew you've ever been on in 18 years? Who was on it? Was it 1926? You on the Sears Tower?
My ass, motherfucker. Probably my favorite crew. I worked for ironworker out of Las Vegas. We were working on the East Side Cannery, up on the roof, about 200 foot in the air. My foreman name was C.W. Wade. No, I'm sorry. I'm getting it confused. C.W. Ward. And it was on a welding crew, and we got up there, and we actually had a good time out there. It was cold as shit, and you wouldn't think that, but hell, it snowed 8 inches deep one time in Las Vegas when I was there.
No shit. I would have thought that. I mean, I know it gets cold at night, I guess.
Oh no, it snowed. It snowed on the west side of Las Vegas. A bunch of us took a bunch of coolers and went over to the west side of Las Vegas, filled them up with snow, and brought them back to the damn apartment complex I was staying at, so the kids could have a snowball fight.
Hell yeah.
Right after the damn got through with the snowball fight, damn if it didn't start snowing on our side, it snowed 8 inches. So we wasted that trip. We just had to wait a little longer.
Yeah, but no, it was probably worth it for all the kids. They're fucking having a great day. Then they got their own snow, so.
Yep, then they got their own snow.
So basically, the one side of Vegas's kids got to steal the snow from the other hood on the other side of Vegas, and then they still got their own snow anyway. So everybody got a double bonus on his side of town. They got to live off the Robin Hood theory. Rob from those who have it and give it to those who don't.
That's right.
That's the same thing I try and do at every company I work for. So, in 18 years, what has your overall vision, or what have you seen happen when you started to now? Are we winning? Are we losing? Does it seem maybe the same? Maybe there's just more work and just not enough guys, or
we've got more work and not enough guys right now. The biggest thing I see is that the guys who are coming in now, they don't have the respect for their elders and all like they used to. Some of them do. Now I'm not going to ditch on all of them. Some of them do, but some of them, back to what I was saying earlier, they want you to ask them everything, and if you raise your voice or you say, get that piece of shit right there. You know, they're offended. You know, screw that.
Yeah.
You know, man up. Now, another thing I thought about.
Do you think that's affecting our locals and our unions as a whole? That the fucking pussification of American males is actually affecting our construction crews? Is that what?
Very much so.
I also believe that.
It's actually affecting the whole country. Now, another thing, we had an apprentice a while back. Well, he's been topped out for a while now. He's a good kid. But he went to the bar one night and ran into some non-union iron workers. And he started his rat bastard shit and all this, and he ended up getting his ass whipped. Now, I don't like calling non-union rats, and I will tell you why. I don't fault no man for making a living for his family. Now, what I call a rat is that son of a bitch that runs to management every time something goes wrong and wants to tell on everybody, or that son of a bitch when, you know, the union says we need to strike this job, and you get these scabs that want to go in there and take your work. Now, if they're not trying to take my work, and they're not damn telling on me, I don't fault no man for making a living for his family. And that's just the way it is. They're not rats. They're just out there. They're out there doing what we're doing. They're providing.
And they may not have gotten the opportunity to get to a union job or a union.
And here's the thing: if you run into non-union iron workers, pipe fitters, whatever craft you are, you run into a bar.
God, this beer assistant is on fucking point. Time to tip her ass.
Rather than trying to degrade them and start a damn fight with them, tell them what the benefits of being in the union is all about. And you may end up getting you some good hands out of it. But if you start that conversation off with, oh, you one of them rat motherfuckers, you've lost. You're not going to be able to tell them shit from their own. All you've done is started hostility.
Yeah, not only that, but now he's already going to have a hatred for the union that he may have already had or may not have. And the other thing is, you never know. That guy hires in somewhere in fucking Boston, making $200 a day per diem, $60 an hour. If you'd have given him your phone number and been his friend, he might be able to call you and tell you to tell your BA. Because now he is union. But guess who ain't getting the fucking call? Because you called him a sorry rat fuck to his face in a bar because you were shit-faced.
Absolutely.
You know, it all works. You know, I support union stuff and everything, but I'm not out there to piss every guy off. We got a lot of guys that are, well, y'all have knobs too, right? Newly organized, brother.
Yeah, but just like and we've got a program where we have if we see a job, we tell the union hall, they send people out there to talk to those guys. You know, they won't talk to them on the job, they talk to them when they come off. And we've got some good hands that way. Also, we've actually talked to them, and they're all talking amongst themselves about joining the union. Now, the contractor, to keep them from joining the union, actually gave them a couple of $1 an hour raise. Now, and they say, well, how does that benefit us? Well, it actually benefits us, because if that contractor's got to pay them more to keep them from going union, then that contractor now, he can't underball our contractors. So now we're more on an even playing field as far as bidding contracts.
Yeah, on his next contract, he's going to have to figure in, well, fuck, I'm paying my guys $5 more an hour to keep him from the union. And at some point, he's just going to fuck it. I'll just call the union hall.
Right.
What am I saving myself?
But it gives the union contractors, if that contractor has to pay his men more to keep them, then it puts them on more of a laying field, more of a plane with our contractors, so that we're competitive.
What do you think about national agreements? That's a happy fucking... You already heard... Everybody's heard what I think about them. Like in D.C. right now, they're not getting... don't quote me on all this. This is what I was told. They're not getting their holiday pays. They're not getting the Sunday double time mandatory, no matter how many days you work anymore. They're not getting double time past, I think it's 56 hours or something up there, the way their contracts are.